for the world through my art, through my message. I'm Antonio Blue, also known as King Roski, Rawzky, Roski, like one of the rawest to touch
Okay.
music in a generation.
For real, for real. So, of course, you've introduced by your name. So tell us, why those names?
My real name is Antonio Petty John Blue.
Okay.
So I just shortened it down. So, it's Antonio Jamal Petty John Blue. So I just say Antonio Blue. And then, and when before I changed my life, because I was back running fast when I was younger, but now I'm a minister for the Lord. And all I do is music. So I went by a different moniker of Roski. That's what
Okay.
they call me during my times in the streets. Raw.
Okay. Okay, okay. You know what? Let's touch on that a little bit. It might be a bit difficult, but I know you grew up in lots of different and difficult situations. And
Yes.
I just want to know how you overcome them, or have you overcome them, just so that those who are out there listening right now that are going through the situation you have, if you have any tips
Yeah.
for them and what they could do.
Yes. Yes. See, I came from all the worst. I have one of the worst stories. So and the struggles. So that's why I wasn't able to get a fair chance. See, because I come from the whole family of drug addiction, the drug abuse, when
Okay.
the communities were flooded with drugs.
Hmm.
So I just how I overcame that is when I seen any one of my anybody, biological or family on drugs, it
Yeah.
kind of hurt me. It made me know that this just destroys you. Even though it could cloud the pain.
Hmm.
I knew that drugs I had to stay away from.
For
So that
real.
was one way I overcame the struggle is saying no to drugs.
Yeah.
While all my friends and family was doing it, I stayed clear of it. So when I was able to come out of that darkness, I still had my brain cells and my knowledge because I didn't burn away my mind off the drugs.
Definitely.
Because when you want to give up, you might say F it, but it might come a time where you just now you're the king or
Yeah.
you're the queen. Life is just bright, because it's always gonna be those rough times in life, man. You just can't be, you know, weak to the situation. You have to be stronger to the situation. So
For
that
real.
was one way I overcame it, and I also overcame it by when I went to the penitentiary very young. I knew that they gave me too much time, but I used that time. I knew that wasn't me. I had a lot of talent. I was very smart. I was very handsome.
Yeah.
I was about 16 years old, and I ended up in a penitentiary. So, after that, it changed me.
Okay.
It made me want, it made me want to be, better and
Yeah.
not go. I knew I was like wasting my talent and my looks,
Okay.
just sit, on negativity. So I made it. I transferred it into some positive, energy.
For real, for real. And of course, hats off to you for doing that. It's definitely something of a difficult situation and you've turned it around, which is a blessing for sure.
Blessing. That's why I believe that, God has me here so I can fight for the unfortunate and the weaker people.
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of my fan base right now are some of the people that, were up in higher positions, like auditors and journalists, or people who just was struggling with suicide, who I gave awareness to, who I gave hope to when their family was telling them to do it.
Mm.
So I have people who put their life on me because I kind of saved their lives through my music, through my teachings, and like you said, that's a gift from God. So
Yeah,
I
for
finally
real.
found my niche,
Yeah.
I'd say, and that's giving joy to other people and bringing out the compassion in people and animals.
For real, for real. So, for the listeners out there, how would you describe your music to them?
I would describe it as unmatched,
Okay.
you know, unmeasured up to. No one's able to measure up to it, and I'm not putting myself above anyone. I just believe that I'm one of the best to do it. Not only because I got awards, I'm nominated singer, and I got a fan base already of about 200,000 people, but the fact that everyone steals my image and ideas and
Okay.
identity.
Okay.
So that says something. If Millionaires does it, everybody do it already. That says a lot.
Okay.
You know, so my music is more like it touches people, it inspires them, and I think they start wanting to be so much like me that they get infatuated with me and they just like, I'm the real Antonio, even though it's my identity and my brain.
Yeah.
So that's a little something I'm struggling with now to cope with, is learning that people are putting me up on a high level because of my skills. As far as like I have all the voices,
Yeah.
I don't have to. I'm the singer that sings on the side of the corner and can bring chills to you, or bring tears to you.
Okay.
I'm that singer.
Okay.
I don't need recordings or any of that. So I feel like my music, it touches so many people that it reminds them of like Michael Jackson, Temptations, that they just, get overwhelmed.
Okay. Okay. So,
Yeah.
who do you look up to, or which artists do you follow?
Yeah, I follow in the footsteps of Michael Jackson and Prince.
Okay. Okay.
Which my fans have put. That's how I've gotten so big. Is my fans compare me to him, but see, I'm not. I don't mimic him. I have my own style, but I grew up, like a student of Michael. So I was watching him closely and just listening to him. I wasn't disagreeing or fighting with him.
For real.
Anything he put out, I watched, I listened, I soaked it in.
Mm.
So now it's my turn to be the teacher, the musical king.
For real.
I'm gonna do the right thing with it, because like you said, it's a gift from God. I believe that Michael has something to do with this. When I pray and I do the right things for the children and the women and the people, I fight for the people so hard. I don't get rewarded from the people. They're just now starting to stand up and stick up for me.
Okay.
But God, He comes forward. He polishes my voice. He gives me information. He keeps my mind smart, sharp, and I really believe that He gives me energy from our fallen warrior, Michael Jackson.
For real. For real. So, who would you like to collab with if you had that opportunity or chance where you could collab with anybody? Who would you go for?
I would go for maybe only Wycliffe Jean.
Okay. Okay. And why is that?
And because he's I feel like he's one of the only people that can deal with me musically. I feel like no one can measure up to my ability. They're using all these gimmicks and powers and manipulations of the world to fight little old me, who's arriving anyway just with the Lord. I'm coming by myself just with the Lord. So they have big muscle, money, power behind them, and I'm still, the influence. So that says a lot.
Yeah, for real. So tell us about the song Dancing in the Moonlight. Tell us something about that song.
Dancing in the Moonlight is like just a song for those who want to let loose, and who wants to trust in somebody. Who remember the days where you can love someone and not get your heart broken so fast for no reason, right? And then you can give the same in return. Those days where you could just be free.
Yeah.
And trust in a lover, whether it was, on a serious level or just a platonic level. These days it just seems like the trust is gone. So my message is just trying to, instill love in the people.
Definitely. Okay, so what would you like to achieve, like, say, 5 years? What do you see for yourself?
Well, I would like to achieve, this is my greatest feat, which isn't impossible. During my time when I come there, I want to, help the people with food and water, but I also want to be the musical king of all time, where my music is, because I'm already teaching, and if people are stealing my image and my sound, then I might as well come to Africa where they don't do that, where they give back.
Yeah.
If they take, they give back. See? So, I have to leave where I'm from, because all they do is take, don't give. And they're still making me the musical king, because every time you look around, you see somebody trying to be me, another man. So when I get there, I want to influence, the people of being, kings and queens again. And by how I want to do this is I want to talk to you guys as government, and be friends with your government and friends with the king and queen there, the ultimate king. And I also would like to talk to Reverend Al Sharpton, Quincy Jones, Michael J. White, and Farrakhan, Minister Farrakhan, to achieve this.
Okay. So, in regards to your music, how can the listeners get in touch with you? What's your social media accounts? Let them know.
Yes, you can find me on Facebook as Antonio Pettyjohn Blue, and then on YouTube, Antonio Blue.
Okay.
Or just look me up as King Rawzky, Rawzky, and you can Google me. You can check out the press release. I'm in almost every music magazine, been in a lot of interviews, a lot of podcasts, and I've done a lot of work for the community and fought for us to make it better for all people. All people.
For real. So, would you be up for singing a little something for the listeners out there?
Would I do what now?
Sing a little something for the listeners out there?
Sure.
Okay, so when you're ready.
You and I must make a pact. We must bring salvation back. Where there is love, I'll be there. I'll reach out my hand to you. I'll be there in all you do. Just call my name, I'll be there. If you should ever find someone new, I know he better be good to you. 'Cause if he doesn't, I'll be there. Yeah, there you go.
For real. Blessings every time. So, you know, we're coming to the last little bit of the interview, and is there anything you'd like to say to the listeners out there? Any new projects you got coming out? Let them know.
Yeah, make sure you support that Euphoria by me and XT Tips and my artists on the Roski Record Squad, ENT. And then just, stick up for me. Don't let them lie on me or flip it around. I'm basically Captain America, so, help me fight in this cruel world. Don't let them smash me down anymore. It's already been long enough. I haven't fought. It's time to fight. Let's go.
For real, for real. And of course, big shout out to you. It's always a pleasure talking to you, It's the first time for the interview, but it's nice to link up, and I'm sure we'll speak again.
Of course, let's do it again. And, I got your back. I got all people's back as long as they don't give me a reason not to.
For real, for real. And of course, once again, anything else you would like to say to the listeners that you haven't already said?
Yeah, I'm trying to get in touch with Wycliffe and Akon. So, make sure you guys help me out with that. And also Quincy Jones, Al Sharpton, like I said, Farrakhan, all those names.
For real. Definitely. You know what? All I can say to you is, good luck. I hope that they get in touch with you for sure. And of course, you'll have to let us know how your journey goes. And just keep pushing for it. I'm sure you'll get there for real.
Yeah, and when I get there, when I get to Africa, I'm going to hold it down and become the biggest you guys seen since Michael Jackson. And I want to be assisted by Michael J. White. That's who I want to be by my side.
For real, for real. All I can say, nothing's impossible, for sure. And once again, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. It's always a blessing.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll speak soon, yeah?
You too.
All right, bless up. Yes, people, please do go and support Antonio Blue. Go and check him out. Okay, go see what he's all about. And of course, right now we're going to be playing his new track, Dancing in the Moonlight. It's a definite vibe. Have a little listen to this, okay? Check it out. This one is Dancing in the Moonlight. Here we go. Put your head, oh, sacrifice.